Two suns bleeding into the horizon, casting long, distorted shadows across an unforgiving desert. A cloaked figure watches a small, humble homestead, the only signs of life for miles. In his arms, a wailing infant, completely oblivious to the galaxy-shattering events that have just transpired, oblivious to the immense burden of hope and despair he now represents. This isn't just any desert, it's Tatooine, and the man holding the child is Obi-Wan Kenobi. The decision he is about to make, the act of placing this child here, is more than just finding a hiding spot. It's a meticulously crafted gambit, a desperate, deeply personal prayer for the future. The Republic had fallen, devoured by the Empire. The Jedi Order all but extinguished. Anakin Skywalker, the Chosen One, had become Darth Vader. The galaxy, once vibrant with the light of the Jedi, was now shrouded in an oppressive darkness. In the chaos and heartbreak, two infants represented the last flicker of light, Leia and Luke. Leia's fate was carefully orchestrated, entrusted to the noble hands of Senator Bail Organa. But Luke needed a different kind of sanctuary, a place so utterly insignificant, so utterly repulsive to the newly christened Sith Lord that he would never even consider looking there. And that's where Tatooine comes in. On the surface, placing Luke on Tatooine seems counterintuitive, perhaps even reckless. Why place the last hope of the Jedi on the very world that forged Anakin Skywalker's chains? The answer lies not in physical distance or remote obscurity alone, but in the profound psychological landscape of Darth Vader. Tatooine was, in essence, Anakin's personal hell. It was the barren landscape where his mother, Shmi, suffered and died in his arms, a traumatic wound that festered and contributed to his eventual fall. It was the planet of his enslavement, a constant, bitter reminder of his powerless youth, of a past he desperately wanted to erase. For Darth Vader, the very name Tatooine must have tasted like ash, a place he would never willingly return to, a place he would actively avoid. Obi-Wan understood this profound aversion, this deep-seated emotional scar. It was tactical cunning of the highest order, hiding a precious jewel in plain sight, but in a setting so ugly, so painful to its former owner, that he'd rather burn the galaxy than willingly set foot there again. But Kenobi's decision was not purely tactical, it was deeply, profoundly personal. He chose to place Luke with Owen and Beru Lars, Anakin's step-family. This wasn't just a random farm family, it was a direct, albeit hidden, link to Anakin's own past, a subtle thread that connected Luke to his heritage in a way that wouldn't breed the same kind of arrogance or sense of destiny that had, perhaps, shadowed Anakin's early life. Owen and Beru represented humility, hard work, and a grounded existence. They were farmers, not senators or Jedi masters. Luke would be raised far from the opulent corridors of power, far from the subtle pressures and expectations that could corrupt even the purest intentions. Kenobi knew, perhaps from his own heartbreaking experience with Anakin, that unchecked power, coupled with a sense of entitlement, could be a dangerous brew. He wanted Luke to be rooted, to understand the value of a simple life, to cultivate compassion born of shared struggle rather than insulated privilege. It was an attempt, however desperate, to learn from the mistakes of the past, to raise a different kind of Jedi. For years, Obi-Wan Kenobi, now taking on the name Ben, lived a solitary vigil. He watched over Luke from afar, a silent guardian against the harsh realities of Tatooine and the ever-present threat of the Empire. Every scorching sun, every howling sandstorm, every potential danger to Luke's childhood was a testament to the quiet strength of Kenobi's commitment. He bore the weight of his decision, the profound solitude, the lingering guilt, and the unwavering hope. He knew the risks. He knew Luke might resent his humble beginnings, might never fully understand the immense sacrifice. But he held fast to the belief that this crucible, this humble, unassuming life, would forge a character strong enough, compassionate enough, to one day face the darkness that had consumed his father. And as we now know, Kenobi's Gambit ultimately paid off. Luke Skywalker, the farm boy from Tatooine, did not grow up with the arrogance of power, but with a deep empathy for others, a readiness to help, and an unwavering belief in redemption, even for his own father. His upbringing on that desolate desert world, shielded by the unassuming strength of Owen and Beru, grounded him in a way that the Jedi Order had perhaps failed to do for Anakin. Tatooine, once a symbol of Anakin's suffering, became the unlikely cradle of the galaxy, a place where light was hidden in the very heart of Vader's personal hell. It was a profound testament to Kenobi's understanding not just of tactical strategy, but of the intricate workings of the human and Force-sensitive heart. Obi-Wan Kenobi's decision to hide Luke on Tatooine was far more than just finding a safe spot. It was a complex, multi-layered choice, born of tactical brilliance, deep personal conviction, and an almost desperate hope for a better future. He understood that sometimes the greatest strength doesn't come from power or prestige, but from humility, resilience, and a grounded sense of self. It was a powerful lesson in nurturing hope in the most unlikely of places. What are your thoughts on Kenobi's choice? Do you think any other planet would have worked as well, or was Tatooine truly the only option? Share your insights and theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this reflection, please consider subscribing for more journeys into the heart of these incredible stories. Thank you for listening.